Yo, what's going on, Full Heel Fight Club? I haven't been. Damn, it's been like a week and a half. Sorry, guys. I haven't been back since UFC. What is it? 211 Miocic versus Dos Santos. We haven't even talked about that one. So we got that one to talk about. UFC 211. We got the upcoming card. UFC Fight Night 109. Sorry, I didn't even introduce you. Well, you're here pretty much every week, but my co-host, you're my co-host now, right? Pretty much. You'll be here whenever you can. Maybe not all the time. Just someone to bounce my ideas off of.
When time allows.
Yeah, when you're free. But you weren't here for the fight night, but you did watch the fights. You said you caught some of them, right?
Yo!
I watched them all, and I actually got to see a little bit
of here. And
the companion here with
doing
John
UFC.
At the end there. I was able to catch you guys with the Stipe fight. With the TKO. Another TKO.
Yeah, no, he fucked him up.
He did fuck him up.
Yeah, no, but so what have you been up to? You just had a show, right?
We had a last-minute surprise battle/show at Simone's, yeah.
Yeah.
Here in Chicago.
Because we can get into it right now, but you guys got screwed out of it. I heard from multiple sources.
We're playing Pilsen Fest, so we're okay with it.
Okay, I heard the Yelp report. I read this shit. You guys got robbed, bro. I read the Yelp report.
I don't know what the.
I don't know if it's on Yelp.
It's like, you know what? I'll put it the way that L2 Khan put it best. You ever seen when Pro Jam won the Grammy? And
no.
Eddie Vedder went up and said, "I'm not sure if this means anything."
No.
Like, how do you judge art? Basically, kind of the type thing. So it's whatever. I guess.
But I heard they were going off crowd reaction, and you guys had the bigger crowd reaction.
I think that was part of it, and then they had like some people go out at the end that I think were judges. So whatever, it is what it is. But we're still playing, I think. So we'll take it. That's what counts. The exposure, the opportunity to play. Shit, my apologies. My voice is fucked.
From singing? You're not even a singer, bro.
This shit is all in my face. I'm on that one, right?
Yeah, no, I could switch up the cameras better, but you're all secretive.
Yeah, I guess
you like being secretive, bro. You're good. So we could talk about a little bit of WWE. You didn't go to the show, but WWE NXT TakeOver was this
Saturday.
This Saturday, I had tickets. Me and my brother went. It was, dude. Maybe we'll have to do a fight companion or a fight club for that. Me and the rewrites, so I can have Ivan over. I haven't had him over in a while. That was such a good card, dude. Such a good
NXT TakeOver.
Yeah, such a good event. The TakeOver. I could talk about it a little bit. It was Tyler. No, first it was Roderick Strong versus Eric Young. Where did I put my notes? I had notes on this shit. So Roderick Strong versus Eric Young. Eric Young's Insanity. It's this group of people that act crazy. Like, they act like they're insane, but they call themselves Sanity, and they come out to like some
they're
cool
a stable
song. Yeah, they're 4-person stable. Fuck, kill. Let me flip the page real quick. Nope. I don't even know where it is. Yeah, here it is.
Okay, I'll go ahead and finish this coffee.
Yeah, some good ass coffee. Here it is. Sorry, I don't know why I skipped so many fucking pages. Leaving me all retarded. Yeah, no. So it was. Yeah, it's Eric Young, Killian Dane, some dude that looks like Barnett, Josh Barnett. He looks like Josh Barnett, but this guy's a wrestler. So yeah, they come out there and they got a girl in there too. She was fighting for the NXT title.
NXT Women's title?
Yeah, Nikki Cross.
Oh shit! Somebody just went down off the wall over there.
Yeah, it was Lesnar fell. That's an omen. He's going down at SummerSlam. He's dropping the title at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam's in July. Or is that next month?
It might be in June because. No, you might be right. Because we're already in the 20-something.
Isn't that Extreme one the next?
Yeah, Extreme Rules is in 2 weeks, so that one's in June. So yeah, you're right. It'll be in July. SummerSlam. He's dropping the title. Watch. They'll figure out his opponent and he'll defend it then. But Eric Young versus Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong won. He's the baby face in that. I guess they're trying to push a little bit more baby faces. But Sanity is a strong stable. Like I said, the girl was fighting for the NXT Women's title.
Is that one purple?
No, that was the Divas title. They got rid of that shit when they made the women's title. This one's pretty cool. It looks like the guy's title, pretty much. The NXT title.
Just smaller or what?
A little bit smaller, yeah. A little bit smaller. A little bit different.
A little more petite.
Yeah, but Roderick Strong picked up the victory. He's a good wrestler.
I haven't seen him fight, but I've heard that name before.
Yeah, not too much of a gimmick. It's just him. It's just Roderick Strong. He doesn't push like a gimmick like the Undertaker or like the American Badass.
With a name like Strong, you don't need anything else.
Yeah, I guess he tried to develop just off of his name, which there's nothing wrong with that. Look at Brock Lesnar, but dude's huge. They had a couple of interferences from Sanity in it, but he pulled out the victory. So the match of the night was probably Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne for the UK title.
UK?
I don't even know these guys. Yeah, so they have a United Kingdom title.
Do you have to be from the UK to win that bitch?
I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but like a couple of months ago they had a tournament and it was all UK people, and I'm not sure. That's a good question though.
Does the European title still exist then? No, right?
No. That's why it's weird because anyone could win the European title, but this one was the UK title, and they kind of only people from the UK have fought for it. So Tyler Bate is like a 20-year-old, 21-year-old. He won it. He's a good wrestler, dude. But the thing is, they're smaller dudes.
Cruiserweights?
Yeah, like they're cruiserweights, but they put another title on them. It's not just a cruiserweight title anymore. I don't know where this title will land. I don't know if it lands on NXT because it was defended on an NXT card. So I don't know if it becomes part of the NXT because the cruiserweight one became part of Raw. So they had the Cruiserweight Classic.
Is that champ right now? Is that Neville?
Yeah, he turned heel and he won the championship, but he wasn't in the Cruiserweight Classic. I'm gonna start releasing probably tomorrow, 1 through 10. I have 1 through 10 of the first podcast I have, and it's of the Cruiserweight Classic. That's what I started on. We started doing the podcast on the Cruiserweight Classic, me and Jesus, and then now we're here this time.
Monsoon.
Yeah, Monsoon. Shout out to him. I might have him in Wednesday, see if I can podcast with him. So JR came out to commentate for this one. That's how good of a match it was going to be.
Oh, really? For NXT?
Yeah, so I didn't know. Like I said, I haven't seen these guys, and I missed the tournament, too. What a fan, right? I'm over here, Full Heel Podcast, and I missed it. But, so Tyler Bate came in as champion versus Pete Dunne, and that was the ending of the UK tournament. And they start off really technical with like headlocks, joint manipulation, like wrestling and like getting out of holds. They do that for a little bit, and then they start going back and forth. One lands an elbow, the other one lands the exact same thing, or they land their variation. They did a lot of back and forth. One guy would land his thing, the other guy would counter with his, and then eventually Pete Dunne hits his finisher. Boom, Tyler Bate kicks out right before 3. And the crowd goes crazy because it seemed like he was going to fucking pick up the victory right there. And then I think Tyler Bate hits his finisher a little bit later, or he hits like a DDT off of this guy's finisher, a counter to this guy's finisher. Almost picks up the victory, but doesn't. Again, right before 3, kicks out. So they go back and forth with the kickouts, with the crowd, with making the crowd get all crazy,
hyping it up.
Yeah, hyping it up. A lot of back and forth. I'm telling you, they have a unique moveset. Like even how they hit the ropes and come off of them is different because they're smaller guys. They're cruiserweights. They're letting these guys do a lot more things that they're not letting the cruiserweights do for some reason. I know the cruiserweights can do it because in the Cruiserweight Classic, they were doing it.
Okay.
And then for some reason, it took a dip. Like the wrestling quality took a dip. Maybe because it was a tournament. I don't know. I really don't know what happened.
Kind of like the way that Lucha is.
The Lucha Underground? Dude, I haven't seen that.
Well, because Lucha's a little more like high flying, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, you mean like Lucha Libre altogether. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The Cruiserweight Classic had luchadores, Had Japanese guys, had European guys. It had all around guys that could wrestle, not just power moves, not just power bombs and shit like that. They have a lot of submission guys, a lot of high flying guys, and T.J. Perkins came out winning that, which at first I liked, but like I said, they didn't know how to book the guys after that or how to run the show, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but the Cruiserweight Classic hasn't really been that.
It's Triple H.
I'm not sure who's running the Cruiserweight Classic. I don't think it's Triple H. Triple H is running NXT, which is doing really, really good. It's like the C show, but it's probably the best show out of all three of them. An hour of just straight wrestling. The pay-per-views are 2 hours. And it's not crazy storylines. It's just storylines, like regular storylines. It's what, and I've said it about the Cruiserweight Classic when it was on. It's like what WCW was when the NWO was taking over. You had someone in the mid-card carrying the show. And it was Jericho's. It was the Rey Mysterios, the Eddie Guerreros.
Right.
It was all these guys, La Parca, Chavo Guerrero, Dean Malenko. You had the classics, dude. They were carrying the show. And then the NWO would come and fucking fuck shit up and beat people with bats. And, you would get the mainstream with that. That brought in a lot of mainstream fans. But a lot of people that want to see wrestling would watch the mid-card. They would watch it for the mid-card. The Billy Kidmans.
Right.
The Ravens. You had so many fucking unique wrestlers and good gimmicks and shit like that. But you did have some fucking... But they would job. You had to have your jobbers.
Right.
So they'd come in and job and then leave right away. But this NXT... this match reminded me a lot of that. NXT reminds me a lot of that era. Of the good luchadores and the good mix of smaller guys that they don't want to give the title to, but deserve like titles. They deserve titles, not just a cruiserweight title. That's why the UK title's here. I don't know if they'll start implementing more. They have so many shows. I think it's warranted. They have so many so NXT has the guys heavyweight title, or they just call it the NXT title, and then the women's NXT title, and then you have a tag title. So the UK title had a tournament. I don't know if the belt falls anywhere. And then you had the Cruiserweight Classic, which ended up coming out with the belt. Whoever won the belt. And that one ended up on Raw. The Cruiserweights are exclusive to Raw. And they have 205 Live after SmackDown, which is like its own separate show after SmackDown. Which is, if you buy a SmackDown ticket, you see 205 Live.
It's after?
Yeah, it's after. So, because if you pay for a Raw ticket, it's 3 hours of live television and one dark match. So you get like 3.5 hours of wrestling. If you were to pay for a SmackDown ticket, it's only 2.5 hours. So they have to make it up somehow. Before it was dark matches. Now they just make it up with the Cruiserweight Classic.
Okay.
And you get your 3 hours of wrestling. So if you really want 3 hours of wrestling, you can get 3 hours of wrestling. Like right now, I was watching Raw right before this. I'll watch some highlights and I might watch it on Hulu tomorrow, just to catch up and to keep up with. But 3 hours is a long time to be invested into this. I want a podcast, so I can talk about it too, but I can talk about it down the week. I'm thinking about doing like mini just breakdowns on my own.
It is a lot, but a lot of people do watch it.
Yeah, a lot of people do watch this.
Apparently, a lot of people in India.
Yeah, dude, I got some shout outs to all the fans. Anyone subscribing to the Full Hill Podcast. I'm on Podbean, I'm on iTunes and YouTube. So
the App Store.
Yeah, check me out wherever you guys can. Where you guys drop some likes, some ratings, shit like that. But back to the wrestling.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, so this was a badass fucking match, dude. Back and forth. I wrote it down a bunch of times. And I think they wound up hitting their finishers like 2 or 3 times each. And Pete Dunne wound up winning. So he calls himself the Bruiserweight. Yeah, so he's like a cruiserweight, but he calls himself the Bruiserweight. He's from England. And he picked up the title. I think it was a good decision. He's a heel guy. And I don't know how long this guy's held the title. He's been holding it for a while. Good, like 4 months maybe.
So
Tyler Bate.
Damn. Oh, so he won it off him?
Yeah, so he beat Tyler Bate for the UK title. And I don't know where that title is gonna stay. Like the tournament ended a while ago.
NXT maybe?
Yeah, maybe it'll stay in NXT and it'll be like a mid-card title because Raw has Intercontinental title now since the shakeup, and SmackDown has the US title. And
who's got the US title? Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens is the champion of that. I get into a little bit of that. Asuka defends her title against Nikki Cross from Sanity. She's pretty hot and she comes out acting crazy, like fucking pulling her hair, jumping against the ropes. She got some titties too. That's why I think she's pretty hot. But
amazing.
So Asuka's been on a crazy streak. I think she just passed up Goldberg's insane streak. I don't know if you remember that. Like they used to promote that he had a crazy streak going. So I think Asuka just beat that, and she's had like a ridiculous run as champion as well.
Really?
So I don't know how long. I think they were gonna make her drop it to Ember Moon, but Ember Moon got injured because it was a fatal 4-way. They had to make it a triple threat. Like they already had announced the fatal 4-way, and so they had to cut it down to a triple threat. And Ember Moon is really popular. She hits like a stunner off the ropes. The girl's like just standing there, and she like, I don't know, like front flips and like hits them with a stunner off the ropes.
High flying stunner.
Yeah, so she got hurt, and I think they were planning to give it to her because she's already lost once to Asuka by Asuka cheating. You kind of saw Asuka do like a little mini heel turn. Full Heel Podcast. And
that's the Japanese girl, right?
Yeah, the Japanese girl. And people were like, "What the fuck?" She always wins clean. So like by her throwing the ref into Ember Moon when Ember Moon was trying to hit her finisher, everyone was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" You know, wrestling.
Yeah.
You need heels, bro. I don't know why people hate. We could talk more about this right now. I'll get your take on Jinder Mahal because of the hate. The hate. So
it's a PR move, no?
Yeah. So she wins, and I don't even know if this fucking mic is picking me up. Yeah, it is. I'm freaking going crazy. So she wins, and then Bobby Roode comes out. This match was kind of boring. It wasn't all that. He really didn't have an opponent. Like, so Shinsuke came out to the main roster. Finn Balor came out to the main roster. Samoa Joe came out to the main roster. So now they have to build a new kind of, and they are. I see who they're building up, but they kind of just got them now. You can't throw them into the title picture. So they had Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami is like a really popular Japanese guy. Came over, got injured, came back, got injured. So he hasn't had his title run. He didn't beat Bobby Roode. Like I said, it wasn't. To me, it wasn't that great of a match. It was a good match, but compared to the other matches, I understand why they didn't put it at the end. And Bobby Roode hit his glorious DDT, got up, did it again, and then pinned Hideo Itami. And Hideo Itami hit his go to sleep, which is he carries you on his shoulders, and then he like pops you up, and then as you're coming down, he hits you with a knee, and then he pins you.
Yeah,
it was
way to go to sleep.
CM Punk's move. Do you remember? CM Punk stole it from him. So a lot of people are said to steal from Hideo Itami. That's what my brother tells me. I'm not too much versed on Hideo Itami.
Yeah.
I need to get more into New Japan Pro Wrestling if I want to talk more about wrestling. But that's where he comes from, and he was super popular over there. But apparently all the guys that I like are guys that stole his moveset and are super popular now.
Banking off of it.
Yeah, which brings us to the main event. Was DIY Do-It-Yourself, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling, as they like to call him.
Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah. And versus the Authors of Pain, fucking huge guys. And the Authors of Pain are the title holders, and it was a ladder match. I don't know if you saw the video I put up.
I put up a video. That shit was crazy.
This match was really good. It's really hard to pick between this match and the Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne match. But the thing is, but this was a ladder match, so it was going to be good because they used ladders. The other one was just a straight wrestling match. Yeah. They even brought out JR because it was going to be a good match. So my match of the night for that night has to be the Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate UK title match. So check it out on the WWE Network. Yeah, check it out on there. They already have it on there. It's already up, right after it came out.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately. I'm telling you, we might have to do a breakdown for that, or like a Fight Club.
The
rewrites.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know
right afterwards.
Yeah, I'll think of something like that. But so DIY was already champion. Authors of Pain, I think, won it from them, if I'm not mistaken, or from the Revival. I'm not sure. Either, I think they won it from DIY, or from the Revival. I don't know. But the Authors of Pain have had it for a while. They've defended it a couple times, so they made it a ladder match, and it was a good match. They hit the double ladder spot.
Yeah, so
both of them. The they both climbed up the super tall ladder, and 2 ladders were set up from ring to barricade with the Authors of Pain on it. And these guys both hit like a splash.
Yeah.
One of the ladders got destroyed. The other one not so much. They fell off of it
simultaneously.
There was a ladder spot I missed in the ring. The ladder looked like it fucking exploded, dude. It was pretty cool. It was a really good match, but DIY was about to get the titles, but Paul or Elrig, I forget his name. Their manager. He was manager for, I think, Road Warriors, for a really, really big tag team. He was their manager, and he's really old. Paul Elrig. I don't know. I'll look it up. Look it up, cocksuckers. So he was, he came in, interfered, knocked the ladder over, some bullshit, and then Authors of Pain came back, got the titles, won. Crowd booed because everyone wanted DIY to win. And then the epic heel turn. You gotta love a good heel turn. I did not want this tag team to break up. I really like this tag team. They won me over at the Cruiserweight Classic, so they had a match against each other at the Cruiserweight Classic, and they were a tag team. And they were on NXT, so they got to join the Cruiserweight Classic and go back to NXT. But they had to face each other. Epic match, dude. It was an epic match. Johnny Gargano won, and everyone thought Tommaso Ciampa was going to do the heel turn there. But they sat in the middle of the ring, and it was emotional, and he put his hand over, like, on his head. Like, he kind of big brothers him because Ciampa's older. And so they won the hearts of everyone, all the wrestling fans and blah, blah, blah. There's, like, epic pictures of them sitting next, like, in the ring after Johnny Gargano won. They've been tagging for a while. They won the tag team titles, lost this match. Ciampa beats the fuck out of
Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah. So me and my brother were leaving, and we were on the ring side, or the ring announcer side. So we're walking around, and as we're walking around, we're like, let's peek in real quick, because you can peek in through the open curtains because people are leaving and shit.
Yeah.
We're like, something might happen, because Monsoon Mendez texted me. He was there that night. He's like, I can show you the text. He's like, I feel a heel turn coming. And I'm like, what, DIY? He's like, yeah, Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa fucked Gargano up. But we peeked in, and we caught the ass beating on the Titantron. We were watching it through the Titantron. But we just, like, looped, like, a quarter of the way around, and we saw it.
As it was going down.
Yeah, as it was going down, and then he threw him off the stage, or off the table, off the announce table, onto more tables, which I saw them carrying over. I'm like, why the fuck are these guys moving shit over? And they were carrying tables over. And Tommaso Ciampa put Gargano through him, and the crowd went fucking crazy. Everyone loves a heel turn. Like, as much as you want to boo, that's what they want.
Yeah. Like,
they want you to boo them because you need an enemy to put the good guy over, to make the good guy look even that much better. But epic NXT TakeOver Chicago. First time in Chicago, and they did not hold back, dude. They did not hold back. I was going to buy tickets to Backlash. I decided not to. I'm like, I'll just watch it at home. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to hang out with the nephews, watch it by myself after I take them home. And I made the right decision because I did not want to see, like, a badass show to, like, an all right pay-per-view that...
You don't want to see Jinder Mahal win the championship?
Yeah. Like, I'll bring up the card right now real quick. I didn't write it down because I wrote this one down because I rewatched it. But I could bring up the card real quick. But they had some good matches. I think they had Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. He was defending the title.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was
I
that?
don't know. That was freaking me out.
Some people talking outside. I don't know what the hell they're saying. Let's see.
Sounded like Busta Rhymes rapping.
Yeah, right. But it was like regular people just outside. Let's see the matches real quick. Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English was on the pre-show. We don't have to get into that. So the debut of Shinsuke versus Dolph Ziggler. So I hope they're doing this right. I hope they're gonna do a slow, natural build of Shinsuke, give him the mid-card title, and then eventually give him. Here's what I hope they do. Here till the next WrestleMania, give him a slow build. Have AJ win the title sometime before WrestleMania, carry it into WrestleMania, and you have what everyone wants. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania. That's what they did in New Japan. Like they've had them at main event.
They fought each other?
Yeah, they fought each other. So it only makes sense to give the people what they want, and you're gonna have to turn AJ. They try to turn AJ heel, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. He just comes off like a jerk, and like people still love him anyway because he's not. He can be a jerk, but people love him so much, like his wrestling style.
Yeah.
So you would have to have him with a club to be a little bit more heel, but the club is on Raw and he's on SmackDown, so he could recruit other guys and be part of the club. But that's what people would want, I think. The WrestleMania. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the WWE title. Give Shinsuke a mid-card title in between then. Have him lose it around the time that AJ wins the WWE title and then build him. Have him win the Royal Rumble. You can have him win the Royal Rumble.
That's like right before the
that's
WrestleMania.
that's like a couple of months, like 3 months before WrestleMania. So I don't know how they're going to do that, but so he got drafted or brought up from NXT the day after WrestleMania and didn't get used at all till now. It's been like a month and a half, 2 months, and it's just been promos and him coming to the ring and him kneeing Dolph Ziggler in the stomach and Dolph Ziggler talking shit and getting beat up, but not a match. You get me?
Yeah.
And maybe they're just trying to showcase him more because they don't think people know him, and maybe they don't. But he's getting a huge pop, and wrestling fans they kind of know. So
He's not going to be the artist after all?
I don't know. I hope they keep the King of Strong Style because that's what he is. He's the King of Strong Style. I don't know if you've seen any of his matches, but you've seen a couple of gifs I've thrown up, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's his style. Like, it's like Muay Thai incorporated, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu incorporated.
Technical.
So here's a lot of Full Heel Podcast. I love wrestling, not even old school. I still watch WWE. Like, people can make fun of me as much as they want. I watch UFC too.
Dude, a lot of people watch wrestling.
Here's the thing. Pride has its roots in wrestling, in pro wrestling. So go ahead and talk all the shit you want. That's how they did that's what they did to get Pride fame. That's how they did it to get eyeballs. Hey, look at this wrestling superstar go against this martial artist. Boom.
Pride is the one they did out of Saitama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the Super Center. Yeah, dude. So I'm just keeping it real, bro. This is Full Heel Podcast. I still love wrestling. I love UFC. I do scorecards. I go to these events. I'm going to start talking about more and more of these storylines and see where I want them to go, and maybe I'll do like a SmackDown and Raw breakdowns. I'll start recording them. I was writing them down. I might write them down, keep them for me, but put out the podcast just because now, like I said, I'm on iTunes, I'm on Podbean. I want to get more content out there. I want to get more downloads. I want to get more stuff out there for you guys.
Going global.
Yeah. Keep you guys informed on stuff. Combat sports related, pretty much. Stuff I like watching. Maybe I'll start. I'll let you guys know. It'll be in the description if I just want to sit down and talk about random shit, which will happen every so often. I'll want to talk about music.
LeBron James.
I might LeBron James. No, shout outs to Talk is Deep. So hopefully he releases that episode soon. So me and him just sat down and talked about music. We saw that, and I was telling him, like, we need to do that with the rewrites, but I don't know why we don't do it more and more. We like music a lot.
Yeah.
You're in a band. I like music, and I think we like good music. Not to toot my own horn, but most of this shit out mainstream is pretty shit. This mainstream stuff is pretty shit. So I stick to what I like. Might be old school, but people are set in their ways, and I just got set in the right ways. That's how I see it. All right, I might not be right, but I listen to old school, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC.
And that's the bottom line.
Yeah, shit like that, man.
Because Stone Cold said so.
Yeah, so no, Shinsuke made his debut. Like I said, I hope they do. AJ versus Shinsuke at WrestleMania 34, I think it is. The Usos defeated Tyler Breeze versus Fandango. Man, it was kind of
Tag Team Championship.
Yeah. You need to build the Usos right because they were a strong babyface tag team, and they could be everyone wanted the heel turn. Everyone got tired of their babyface gimmick. Everyone wanted the heel turn, and they have it now. They won the titles. And feeding him people like Breeze, but see, Breezango and this guy were kind of funny at their gimmick. I hope they don't split them up. But they retained the Usos, which I agree with. I agree with that. I'm gonna start sending you the 20-minute highlights, so you don't have to sit through these events. But that way you're a little bit caught up on more, and you could chime in.
I would say, looking at these, like most of these names I'm familiar with. Until right now, I don't.
Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. So Sami Zayn, everyone's complaining because Sami Zayn hasn't gotten like a build, like he's lost a lot. So what I hear from my sources, they're doing a slow build with him, and they're trying to build. So we haven't had like a Daniel Bryan pop or a Chris Benoit pop or an Eddie Guerrero pop at WrestleMania, where the confetti falls and the crowd goes wild.
Okay.
That's the last one we had was Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
So
yes.
This guy's been a baby face, and the crowd's always been behind him. He wins, he loses, he wins, he loses. He was NXT champion. I'm not sure if he's won any other championships here on Raw. Was he U.S. champ? I don't think he was U.S. champion yet. But what I hear is they're going to do a slow build with him, cultivating at WrestleMania, where he wins the title finally from probably Kevin Owens. I could see it happening because that's his longtime rival. And Kevin Owens, from the start, has been like champion. It's been very rare that he hasn't held a championship in WWE.
He's had a good run.
Yeah, he's had a really good run. Triple H is very, very heavy behind him because he can run the mic really well. And his wrestling isn't bad. He just doesn't have the physique they would want. But when you have the other two things, how can you deny it, right?
He's not like the uber buff, monster.
No, he's got a gut.
Triple H wants.
Got a gut. He makes me think I can wrestle. Maybe I can.
It's the everyman.
Yeah. Was it? Then they had so they had like a welcoming, like they had 3 women. Not. I'm not trying to shit on the women's matches, but this match really didn't really hold any weight for me in the division. Like it really doesn't do anything. They were playing a gimmick where these 3 girls, you can see it, the welcoming committee, Natalya, Tamina, and what's the other girl's name? Carmella. With Ellsworth, didn't like that Flair was getting a title shot right away against Naomi, and they were trying to fuck with her, and they're like, "Oh, Becky Lynch, you should help us out, fuck with her because fuck this bitch."
Because she lost it, right?
Who?
Charlotte Flair lost it to Naomi.
No, she came over from Raw. She lost it to Bayley and came over from Raw.
Okay.
So these girls are like, "What the hell?" The welcoming committee. Suppose that's why they called them that.
Okay.
Because they're not welcoming Flair.
Oh, I see. They're not happy with the fact that the newcomers getting a shot. Right away.
This stupid. It's a stupid thing. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
It's so new that there's no link for this fucking thing. Right? I can't even click on it.
On the welcoming committee.
Yeah.
So. The Flair, who won?
The welcoming committee. The welcoming committee. Won.
Damn, the welcoming committee. Well, yeah, now I remember. They submitted Becky Lynch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I saw this match. I just put it out of my head because it sucked. I didn't want to see this shit. Like I respect the girls and they're really good at wrestling now. But I don't want to see like a bullshit ass match on a pay-per-view like this. It's Backlash and this is one of the reasons I did not go. You did not even have her defend the title.
Yeah.
Like she was in a tag match at a pay-per-view when you could have had her defend the title.
Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi. Not even against Flair because I guess you could have had it against someone else. But I guess that's the reason for the welcoming committee. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. They're the writers, right? They're the ones getting paid for this shit. Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. They were having a really good match. And I guess if you want to keep it on Kevin Owens, the U.S. title, and make AJ look strong, you have Kevin Owens win by count out. So he beat the fuck out of AJ by working on his leg, and then he got him caught up in some of the equipment outside where AJ couldn't recover because supposedly his leg was fucked up and he couldn't make it in time for the 10 count. That's the gimmick they're playing.
Right.
Because I'll talk about the WWE title real quick after this. So which is good. So they're giving the US title some weight to it. These mid-card titles had no push to them, and now they're putting really good guys that are...
Yeah, these are two pretty big names.
Yeah, pretty big names that could give the title some significance. Look at Raw. They're not even defending the Intercontinental title. Are they? Oh, yeah, The Miz is something like that. But you have... So people complain that... Little diversion. On Raw, Brock hasn't been on Raw for like a month and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Since he won?
He won, pretty much, yeah. And people are pissed. But see, here's the thing. When you have that title flip-flop so much and no one really holds it for a while, and then you have your champion be heel and defend it to where he gets disqualified or he's cheating all the time and doesn't win cleanly, kind of doesn't give the title any weight, especially when it's so new and you made it a whole new title and not bringing back the old big gold belt.
So they're making him earn it.
So, yeah. So now they're going to have a 5-way match at Extreme Rules. I hope it's an Extreme Rules match. But, yeah, it has to be because it's five-way match.
Fatal 5-way.
Yeah, Fatal 5-way. And winner gets Brock probably at SummerSlam. But, so you don't see the WWE title, and you get to want it for a while. And Braun Strowman's hurt, so.
Wait, this is the Universal one?
The Universal title, yes. So, yeah, sorry, that was a quick diversion to Raw.
The red belt?
Yeah, the red belt. Back to SmackDown. So I just took it there because that title had no significance. So now they're giving it some weight by having like people fight for it and having it away, and you're not having it flip flop, and you have it on Brock.
They're doing the same with the U.S. and Intercontinental.
Well, see, now the U.S. gets to be defended, and but against really good guys like AJ and Kevin Owens. Let's see if they do the same with the Intercontinental title, because they carried it over with Dean, which I'm really heavy on, but I don't think they've used him right. I don't think they've wrote him into stories well enough where I think he could be. He could be a main card, like a title holder. And he was, but even then, it wasn't that great.
He had a short run, right?
Yeah, he had a short run.
Everybody in the Shield did.
Yeah. And then we had Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton, and Jinder Mahal won. So you've already heard, right? Tell him real quick.
Dude, I heard of Jinder Mahal like 4 times before this. Dude beat Randy Orton, the 12-time champion. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how that happened. It's crazy, man. Like he I don't think it should have happened. Well, no, I think sorry. No. I 100% agree. I was looking at the camera. I don't know what the fuck I 100% agree with this. I 100% agree with Jinder Mahal winning the title. I don't know what they were doing with Randy. They got rid of Bray Wyatt. They had a good thing going with him and Bray. But you threw Bray over to Raw, which he's now in the five-way elimination thing, or the fatal 5-way. But
pretty big names in that shit too.
So yeah, so you kind of leave the other one up in the air, like the WWE title, the SmackDown title. And you kind of leave Randy Orton with no opponent, and you can't really throw Shinsuke unless you want to build him. AJ is really crowd favorite, and you want to give him a title, but I don't know if you want to make Orton look weak, because they're both tweeners. So they're both playing heels, but they're both really popular. AJ not as much. He's not as much playing a heel. He's more popular than Randy, though.
Right.
Yeah, in that sense. So you had Jinder Mahal win, which is full out heel right now. He's having the Singh brothers cheat for him on the outside, the two managers, which are two Middle Eastern guys
Yeah.
as well, and they're playing up the Middle Eastern. I hate America. I spit. I spit on the flag. I take the title. Respect me.
Are they Indian?
I think so. Yeah, they Bollywood.
Yeah, India.
Yep, they're from India.
Yeah.
So
Is this because WWE India is launching?
yeah, this is exactly why it is. This is exactly why it is. So you have that, and that's why they gave Jinder. But it also makes sense because now he's heel. He's got the super physique. And then by pairing up the Singh brothers, which they had like a Bollywood, like, hey, hey, hey. They would come out dancing. They had that shit going for them. And it really wasn't like we're going to work out for them. They weren't going to go anywhere with that. They were going to job to all the tag teams.
Yeah.
So by putting them in regular, like a nice shirt tucked in to a pants and then have them fuck up and pair them up with Jinder and give Jinder a push, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So
It's a package deal.
Yeah,
It works as a package.
it's really good. It works as a package deal, and Jinder gets a push, and you get to see these guys now too, not as just that funny, corny tag team. I don't know if they want to keep doing that, but
It's a heel turn for them.
yeah. So they try to interfere, and Randy gets mad and beats the fuck out of him. And in while he's destroying them, Jinder comes up from behind and lands his move, which is it's like a camel clutch but into a slam. So he gets him in a camel clutch position, but then slams them on their back, pinned them 1, 2, 3. Jinder wins by cheating, but he gets the 3 count with his finisher.
It's the distraction.
Yeah, so
With the Trailer Park Boys style distraction.
yeah, people were really surprised. Apparently, I really liked it. I not as much surprised as much as I wanted it to happen, but
He's the fucking champion.
yeah, yeah, he's a champion now. So he took it from Randy. I don't know if you start a feud with him. But now you see how that title has a lot more opportunities for tweeners or baby faces to win it. Now that you have a heel. And you can build him winning it with the Singh brothers cheating. So this is good. A lot of people are using it to be racist and be assholes. I'm racial to some extent. I'm not a racist. Like I'll say racial stuff, but it won't be racist. It might be pushing it. But there's people that were going straight up racist, like, he's going to blow up the belt. I'm like, that's not even funny.
If he's a fucking good wrestler.
Yeah. Like, people aren't even trying. They're just trying to get, like, attention. And that's what you yeah.
Don't feed the trolls.
Yeah, just trolls. I just ignore people like that. I see it, but I ignore it. But, so they have it on Jinder, and we'll see where we go from here. Because AJ didn't win the U.S. title, so he can jump over to try to take it from Jinder. You can continue with Randy.
Is this the one that stays with SmackDown?
Yeah. You shoot Shinsuke all the way up. There's a lot of things that can happen. Let me know what you guys think. Your guys' storylines, your guys' not storylines because that'll take forever. Do you guys think Jinder will have a long title run? How many defenses do you guys think he'll get?
It's too soon to tell. It just happened.
Who's his next opponent? Let me know. Drop some comments.
Well, he had a pretty quick rise too, no?
Yeah, no, he was in 3MB, which is like a jobber 3-person tag team, and now all of them are pretty big. So you have him, WWE champion. You have Drew McIntyre in NXT, which is getting a crazy push. He's probably taking the title off of Bobby Roode next. And
the
then
NXT title?
Yeah, and then you have Heath Slater was in a tag team with Rhino, and they were the first SmackDown tag team champions.
The Rhino?
Yeah. So you have these 3 guys that were in a jobber tag team that now all kind of crazily have a push because when they got separated, they were fan favorites, but they weren't like it was a gimmick. It was a gimmick, like a phony gimmick. After they got separated, they became a little bit more serious with their gimmick, and they're all getting crazy pushes. Well, like Jinder is crazily huge now, and so is Drew McIntyre.
So he made the jump from NXT too then?
Jinder, no.
No,
Jinder, I don't believe so. I don't think so, if I'm not mistaken. He did. He's just been there for a while. Drew McIntyre left the WWE, came back, and now he's on NXT. So they were in WWE before, all 3 of them.
How quickly, on a completely almost unrelated How frequently is are they pushing people up from NXT?
A year, 2 years to a year. Yeah. So Finn lasted 2 years, but that was on his he wanted it. He wanted to be there. Shinsuke was there maybe a year and a half. Samoa was there maybe 2 years. It's usually two years to a year, depending on how big of a push you get. It's mainly 2 years. So Rude's going on 2 years. So you'll get there the first year, you get a crazy push, then you win the title and you defend. You win it half of the year, and then you win it, lose it the last year, and then after the last loss, you get pushed up. That's how they like doing things. It's worked out with Finn pretty good.
Yeah, he had a
universal title win. Rise. Yeah. I'll get into a little bit of UFC rumors and shit like that. Well, not even rumors, just shit that's been going on and stuff in the news. This just recently, Cyborg punches Angela Magana in the face at the athlete retreat in Las Vegas.
I saw you post it, and then I saw something else. What did she say? It was tweets. It was over tweets.
I'm not sure. I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it's on the same lines of Ronda and steroids, and Ronda would do it with her.
And so steroids.
Cyborg steroids. Franky, I'm gonna have to ask you to apologize to Cyborg because I want to call her one day on the show and have her interview, and I don't think she would like
Christine Santos.
Yeah.
So I read
that beat the fuck out of you, bro.
Dude, she got charged with assault for that shit.
Yeah, she got charged with assault. That is, you don't go around punching people.
No, you're not supposed to, especially
not supposed
when
to do that.
So do MMA fighters have to register their shits as weapons too?
I think that's a lie.
Yeah,
that's not true.
It's not true.
Registering your hands is not. From what I hear of I've only heard regular people say that, but then I've heard Joe Rogan say that's total bullshit. So,
all right.
I don't. We should look it up.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, fucking Facebook over there freezing on my ass.
Excuse me.
I don't know why I was checking Facebook.
All that coffee.
I was gonna check the recent feed on the Full Heel podcast, but it's not responding. You were playing music over there?
No, somebody sent me some shit.
So they had yeah, turn that off, Franky. What are you doing?
My
bad. Yeah, so she's getting charged. And apparently she confronted Weidman as well, and Weidman just turned around and took off because he's come out against steroid users. I'm pretty sure he's mentioned Cyborg in there, and she's been pissed about it. I would assume so.
And Weidman just walked away.
Yeah, but
what was she gonna do? Stick him too?
Look, she did her time and she got suspended. This last time, I really didn't I posted. I said, "Fuck, I hope it's not true."
I remember you.
Yeah, I didn't criticize her. I hope I said fuck or something like that. I hope.
Damn it, Cyborg.
Yeah, God damn it, Cyborg. Because everyone thought it was true. Well, we didn't know what to believe, and when the media throws it out there, and you read that, you're like, oh, what the hell? She on steroids again? They make it seem like she's on steroids. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I still watch her fights and everything, and I heard her on the Big Brown Breakdown recently. And she doesn't seem like she's a bad person. She said, look, I made a mistake before. And
has she fought strictly for Invicta?
No, she's fought for UFC twice.
She has?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, yeah, she's main evented twice.
Oh, shit.
And they've had big time views, but that interview with Big Brown really sheds an eye on the shitty treatment that the UFC's given her, dude. They have not treated her well at all for being... Which I'll admit it. Yeah, I'll admit it. I have not given her credit. She's probably the best women's fighter. I used to believe in the hype of Ronda, give it to other people, but it's probably Cyborg.
Before she came crashing back down to earth.
Yeah.
So quickly.
Yeah, before she got kicked in the neck. Or right in the fucking... what was it? Right in the chin? Sorry, I'm hitting pieces over here and shit. Yeah, so that was that's all I heard about the athletes retreat. And actually I forgot what athlete said they heard great things from the Reebok thing, so I'll listen to
from Reebok?
Yeah. So they probably heard good things from Reebok. I'll listen to the MMA hour and I'll probably hit you guys up with more stuff I hear on Saturday.
Did they have Paige model some more shit?
She talked about that. I didn't listen to that. But I'm gonna do a fight breakdown or a fight club this Saturday if you guys want to join in for that shit.
Fight Night 109.
So Ray Borg is probably gonna fight Mighty Mouse next, but he's missed weight a bunch of times, so that might be a problem. He's probably Mighty Mouse's next opponent though. At 125.
For when, like August, July?
September, maybe. I don't think it would be that soon, because if they announce it already in July,
month ago, right?
Yeah, and they announced it already. You need time. They need like 2 months at least to fucking
promote that shit.
And for them to have a fight camp.
Train, most importantly.
Yeah. So so that might be his next opponent. They don't seem too interested in the TJ versus him, because it seems like Cody Garbrandt's back is fucked up. It seems more and more likely that that's the situation. I'm not sure.
He is?
It seems like it.
Yeah, right, because he won like in late December, early January, right? He won the champ. He beat Dominic Cruz a while ago, no?
Yeah, he did. And
that's who he beat, right?
Yeah, he schooled Dominic Cruz. And apparently his back is hurt, so he's trying to get that fixed. But I don't think it'll be in time for the fight that they're trying to make. Hold that real quick. See, I saw people walking outside of the camera. You can see him walking and shit.
Really?
Yeah. Some guy in all white. That's why you can see him.
Oh, shit.
But he probably won't be fighting for the title anytime soon. Or he probably won't be defending, not fighting for the title. He won't be defending the title anytime soon. I don't think so. I wouldn't count on it, guys.
Anytime soon.
If his back is really hurt. I haven't kept up with the show. I've only heard Pure Evil MMA's breakdown of the show, but I haven't watched any of the show, so I couldn't really tell you too much about it. I don't keep up with the show. They're introducing a women's 125 division, Franky. It's official. They're gonna do the show, and then we will have the belt culminating at the end of the belt.
What are they calling that?
That's featherweight.
I think so.
Flyweight. What's Mighty Mouse?
Yeah,
flyweight. Yeah.
So then now they have flyweight, strawweight,
and they have featherweight now too. They added 145. Remember, Oezdemir?
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know what the hell's going on there now with Cyborg punching this girl in the face.
Yeah, right.
Who knows? Who knows?
Because that fight was a while ago too. Now
people get your shit together. Don't be punching people
Holly
in the face.
Holm, right? That's the one they introduced it, right? The winner of that got it.
The winner of
Derandami Holly Holm.
Yeah. They should have fought Cyborg, but now like Durandami's like, oh, my hand's broke. I don't know who I can fight, or I don't know when I can fight. And then she hasn't really given word on anything since then. So
Cyborg, huh?
Yeah, she doesn't want to fight Cyborg most likely. But that 125 division is going to open up some opportunities for women that couldn't make 115, that were fighting at 135, that were too small for that division. So that's good. And also, the California Athletic State Commission is starting a new way. They're implementing a new 10-point something system for weight cutting. What is it?
Now, when they say California State, does that mean anytime they fight in California?
So,
or is this like
California's taking the reins, and everyone's going to pretty much have to take... They're going to follow suit. They're going to have to follow suit because it makes sense. It only makes sense that these guys don't fucking kill themselves anymore. So, the changes should take place May 16th in time for UFC 214, I believe, which is July. Which isn't May 16th. They were announced May 16th, sorry. Yeah, so Cali implements new weight cutting rules. Fighters can't gain or lose
10%.
So, yeah, 10% of their body weight. So, if you lose weight to make weight to fight and it's weigh-in, you can't weigh more than 10% of your body weight before the event. Yeah, I think you get weighed there's a certain time you get weighed before the event.
Again.
Yeah, again. And if you weigh 10% more of your body weight than you were, you can't fight. They won't let you fight. Because it's unsafe. You're dehydrating yourself too much. You're cutting too much weight.
And then putting it back on.
Yeah, and then putting it back on. So they're not going to let people do that anymore. So what they're thinking about doing, or what they're going to do, is they're implementing new weight classes. So they're implementing 4 new weight classes. So we have, well, I'll start from the bottom. We have 125 flyweight, 135 bantamweight, 145 featherweight, 155 lightweight, I don't know what these are going to be called now.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be 165. Boom. I don't know. 175 should be middle or welterweight. 185 is going to be middleweight still. 195 should be cruiserweight. And then 205 should stay light heavyweight.
And then 225.
And then there should be a 225, I believe. And then just, I don't know if 225 and above is heavyweight. Maybe. I don't know how that works out after that. So those are the divisions you're going to have now.
It said 4 additional ones?
Yeah, 4 additional ones. Pretty sure they're going to get rid of 170. So 165 is added, 170, 195, and 205. I'm guessing the other one was counted as 205 or 225. I don't know.
So that means a lot of things.
That means more belts. That means a lot more guys can fight in their natural weight classes, especially for heavyweight. 185 and 195 is going to be so much better for people. You're going to see a lot less size discrepancy, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because now people won't be cutting as much weight because people were finding the art of cutting weight, which is really unsafe.
No, more recently. I mean, again, I feel like in the last 2 years, there's been so many more instances. I'm sure it's always been like a historical thing where people didn't make weight, right? But I feel like it's so common.
We'll see in other...
Recently anyway.
In like boxing and shit like that, they have 30-day weigh-ins before the fights. They have 10-day weigh-ins before the fights. Like they weigh in 10 days out before the fight. You get me? Just to make sure that they're safely making weight, that they're doing everything by the books, that they're not doing anything stupid. They were doing it with Chavez and Canelo too, but
they had to.
They weren't doing. Yeah, they weren't doing it. They're not doing it with these UFC fighters, and I think they will be doing it now. I'm not sure, but at least this will help with them. So the change will take place June 15th, and I think UFC 214 is just in July.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what date on that, but
yeah, because 212 is at the beginning of, yeah.
The beginning of...
That's when the GSP Woodley thing would go down?
Oh, yeah. So, let me scroll down real quick.
Did I beat you to it?
Yeah, you beat me. Well, this froze. I was trying to get to it. But, so they have George St. Pierre's most likely going to fight Woodley for the title next. That's from the Mac.com.
Oh.
I trust those sources.
GSP's back.
Yeah, so, which makes more sense than fighting... Michael Bisping. Why you no forget she says?
That makes more sense.
Which makes that fight make more sense, which clears up stupid shit in that division. So I hope this fight goes down. And I don't know, man. Maia deserves a title shot. Do you make an interim belt?
Maia? Maia's a welterweight?
Yep.
He's long overdue. Long overdue.
But what happens if GSP wants a title shot?
GSP Maia in what may be the most boring fight of all time.
Do you have a fucking triple threat match?
Straight on the ground for 25 minutes.
Tell me what you do, Franky. What would you do? So we have 185 clear now. We have Yoel versus Bisping, which Bisping is saying, oh, my knee's fucked up. I'm waiting for GSP. And Dana said, no more GSP Bisping.
Yeah. No,
because no one wanted that fight.
Sense,
no one wanted that fight. No one was like, oh my God, dude, they're fighting. We're buying that pay-per-view. I was like...
That'd be more disrespectful to Bisping.
Yeah, I was like, I'll watch it because I love MMA.
Yeah,
and it'll be a good fight, but this isn't like, oh my God, this isn't McGregor-Diaz worthy.
No.
So, it might have made good money, but it's still, because people were going to buy it, but it's not going to be incredible. So, Woodley GSP is much more attractive to me than GSP.
How long has he been out? It's been like 5 years, right? 4 or 5 years?
4 years for GSP. Yeah.
Shit.
See, here's the thing. He was champion and left champion, so I understand you give him a title shot. Okay, so... actually, I think... So here's what goes down. They're not saying he's his next opponent. It's on GSP's return. So Maya's ready. He didn't take much damage against Masvidal.
Not at all.
Woodley didn't take any damage against this guy, and they both want to fight in probably July.
Yeah.
So look for it to go down for the July 4th
or 215
crazy card, like that crazy weekend of fights where they have like 2 cards and like a couple title fights.
Oh, that's right.
Look for it to go down there, especially if Cody is out with a back injury. Look for it to go down there. And if they do it there, GSP said he wants after October, which, all right, July, he's done fighting in the beginning of July. You have September, or what? Sorry, August, September, October. Boom, start a training camp. You take 3 months off, start a training camp for GSP in October, November. You fight in December. What do you want? Or you fight for the New Year's Eve card. You defend that title on New Year's Eve if GSP wants a little bit more time, because he said any time after October. So he starts his training camp in October. You have October, November, December. You fight at the end of December. Boom, New Year's Eve card. Ton of money. I'll buy that card.
What should we expect from GSP though? The same old GSP?
He's kept in shape. He's trained, but fight training and regular training.
Training with Patrick Cote and shit.
Isn't the same. Well, not Patrick Cote. I'm just saying, like, training for a fight and training MMA just by itself is a different thing. So I don't know. I don't know how much rust he would have. I don't know if he thinks he can just go in there and hold Woodley down and not get bombed on. I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking about doing to Bisping, but Bisping was going to get up and just pitter-patter him away. So,
what did they ever? I don't know. Well, why did he take a break? Why did he stop?
Head damage.
That's why.
He didn't want to get he didn't want to keep getting hit in the head, and he was too young, and he wanted to go do stuff. He really didn't clarify it.
I remember there was whispers about him having like a child or some shit.
They said that, but it never really came out that he had a kid. I don't know. I think he was just worried about his health because the last couple of fights he had taken the most damage that he had taken, and he was really fucked up. And I think he just needed to reevaluate stuff and kind of want it again.
Nobody likes to get beat up.
Yeah, no one likes getting beat up, and he was getting pretty beat up even though he was winning. So, Condon almost even knocked him out. Yeah. And then a lot of people say Big Rig won against him. So
Hendricks.
Yeah. Well, Hendricks won right away after that against Lawler. Yeah. And then Lawler came back and beat him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the moves that they're making sense now. And I hope they come into fruition because they're making sense. Not like before. Crazy ass fucking shit. What are they thinking, right?
They weren't.
They weren't, right?
They had to sell the company for $4 billion. Is that what it was?
4.2 billion.
Ay, ay, ay.
Then we had Jose Shorty Torres. He's a 2-time champion in Titan FC, which is UFC's farm system. So he might be getting called up to UFC. He's from Chicago. My brother said he went to second grade with him. I don't know if I should believe my brother, but he says he does. My brother's followed him. He's told me about him for a while. So look out for that kid. He's got 2 titles.
I know 3 Jose Torreses.
Do you know him?
Probably not.
See, any more news? We could talk about the card. We didn't even talk about UFC 211 or this card real quick.
Fight Night 109.
Yeah, so I was 4 for 5 actually at UFC 211 real quick. So
that's the one you would miss, right?
No, I had Maya.
For some reason, I had you, or was it?
I missed the Jokto Branch one, and that's because I didn't. To be honest, I didn't really see them too much. I knew who they were, but I wasn't really too versed on either of them. So I went with Jokto.
Guy, right?
Yeah, I went with Jokto just because I thought he had more UFC time. And as we were watching the fight, we saw Branch kind of during the second round was just content with holding him against the ropes and getting the victory like that.
Leaving it to the judges.
Yep, don't leave it to the judges. But before that, so I had Eddie Alvarez over Dustin Poirier. It was a disqualification.
Great fight out before that, though.
I don't know how you guys want to count it. I say I'm 4 for 5 just because I had that in my breakdown, but it was disqualification. So I guess I'm 4-5 or 4-1-1, I guess.
Yeah.
For that card. It was a DQ. I was going to lose that fight, though, that pick. But DQ because Eddie Alvarez landed 2 illegal knees. You guys can go back and watch my breakdown, my Fight Club breakdown of it if you guys want to get my reactions of it. I think as it was going down. No, we weren't watching that fight. I think we were just talking about it. But yeah, he landed 2 illegal knees. Herb Dean called it. That was the end of that.
Oh, that's right, because it wasn't even on the main card, right?
No, it wasn't even on the main card. And then Jotko, and this guy was on the main card. I had Jotko. He wound up getting pushed against the fence and pointed out. And I had it 2-1 for Branch, just like the judges. That was my official scorecard.
Official, unofficial.
No, mine's official. Fuck those guys. I give you my round by round things. I don't know what they could be changing it at the third. They could be like, oh, this guy won all 3 of them at the end of the fucking fight. I give you every single round as it is and why I chose that shit.
Happening.
Yeah.
And you can hold me to it.
Yeah. And then, right after that was Yair Franky. Your boy Franky, dude.
Fucking, I was
fucked up.
shut.
Fucked up Yair. Yeah, he. A lot of people were hyping up Yair, and I love Yair, dude. And people have been saying he's gonna be champion. Blah blah blah. He is. He is gonna be champion.
One day, like Franky said.
And like I said, Franky's not done. What was I saying, Franky?
Yeah, you did. He said he wasn't done.
I'm like, he's not done.
He said he wasn't done.
I'm like, Franky's not done. You can't just go against a couple more wrestlers, dude.
And he had some good, tough fights. He fought some tough. The losses he took were like good fights.
And I think I have to break this down a little bit more. Like, not right now. We're just gonna touch up on I might do a UFC breakdown by myself, just talking about what should have happened, because Yair came from the working the outside game with kicks when I think he should have, which he was pressuring, but he came with like roundhouse kicks where we're getting caught and taken down. He should have waited for Franky to attack with boxing and came in with knees. Sorry, I was breaking it down too much already, but yeah, he should have waited for Franky instead of going in. Gets taken down, gets elbowed in the face. That was the end of the fight. They had to stop it at the end of the second because his eye was shut closed.
It was crazy. It looked nasty.
It was pretty bad. But it was, like I said, Frankie's not done. Don't count that guy out. And then, shit. I'm not even looking at the cards. So I'm trying to remember. And then we had Masvidal versus Maia. Do you see that one?
Yeah.
He backpacked him for a while, controlled him, but this guy was coming back. Like, he was stopping the takedowns and he was hitting Maia.
Yeah.
But Maia held him off, had more control, just won the fight. So apparently he's getting the next title shot. Like we said, we don't know. GSP just said that. Like, well, hopefully it plays out like I was saying. Joanna champion. Beast.
Vicious.
You guys should go back and watch it. She just put on a clinic on this girl. Started off with leg kicks, started breaking her down, and just up the.
I'm really surprised when girls go
pressure.
5 rounds with her.
Yeah, this girl was a lot bigger, and she wasn't though, not longer actually, to tell you the truth. But she worked the legs, took this girl's power away, and then just started landing more combos. Beautiful display. And then Miocic versus Dos Santos, quick stoppage. Who do you think it sets up for this guy?
For Stipe?
Yeah. Kane is the only one.
Yeah.
Who else?
Velasquez?
Yep. It's the end of that. I don't know who else you would get in there.
Yeah, no, right? Because Verdum?
Verdum wanted it, but I think he's got a match against Overeem soon, which is going to be good. Yeah, dude, that was a good card.
This isn't what's his name? Gustafsson's a light heavyweight, or is he a heavyweight?
He's the light heavyweight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so there's going to be UFC Fight Night 109. Gustafsson versus Teixeira, which is a hell of a main event. It's a badass fucking main event. We'll give you quick picks and then we'll close up the show. Taking too much of your time. But shout out to the fans. Shout out to anyone watching. But yeah, UFC Fight Night 109. Gustafsson, Teixeira. I'm doing a Fight Club this Saturday. Live on YouTube. So I'll be live on YouTube.
Yeah. No, that the main event should be a great fight. They're both pretty good. Like they got good stand up. It might come down to just like a slugfest. They don't call Gustafsson the Mauler for nothing.
Yeah. Dude, Gustafsson has got to keep it on the outside and just land combos.
Yeah.
Because I think Glover's got some power.
And yeah.
Who knows, dude?
He's got the jiu-jitsu, too.
Gustafsson could be back and fucking land some shots, stop the fight. This guy was put down by Johnson really bad.
Oh, but dude, Rumble.
Rumble
when Rumble
really
approaches a fight the way he's supposed to, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not talk about this again.
Oh, just murder.
Yeah, no, yeah, but that was his last loss. Other than that, he beat Rashad. Jared Cannonier.
Yeah, no, he's destroyed everyone else. It's just Jones and Rumble have beat the fuck out of him.
That other fight right after is going to be really good too.
Misha Cirkunov, right? Misha Cirkunov versus Volkan Oezdemir.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good fight. Misha's an up and comer 205er, so they're trying to see what he's got.
He's won like 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah,
and this guy, the Turkish
and by knockout
guy,
too, I think.
What's his name? Oezdemir.
Oezdemir, yeah.
He just knocked out St. Preux, no?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Or he beat him anyway. Oh, he's fighting out of Switzerland.
Yeah, he just decision beat St. Preux.
I think it was
that was his debut in the UFC. Holy shit!
Not just any old debut right there.
Yeah, dude, against fucking St. Preux, that's an impressive win. This guy's beating Nikita Krylov. Cirkunov, sorry. Cirkunov's beating Nikita Krylov.
Yeah.
Whoa. These fucking ads. I'm trying to see these fucking... That's about the only big name he's got in the UFC, but he got 4 fights in the UFC. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
But look at that. He's got a fucking KO.
All stoppages, 3 submissions.
KO and 3 submissions. 3 different submissions. Neck crank, arm triangle choke, guillotine choke.
Yeah. So Cirkunov is an up-and-comer.
He's looking versatile.
He just worked out his contract, too, with these guys. They're not trying to fucking... They're trying to have it. They're trying to pay him. You got to pay him, motherfucker. And then...
Like Yaquinta.
Who's after this? There's not too many names on here. Not too many people. So
No,
we got Ben Saunders. He's a pretty good name. Versus Peter Sobotta.
That should be another good one.
It's going to be another good fight. Ben Saunders, I think, trains at Killer Bees and at 10th Planet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
With Edgy Bravo.
And I'm not, like, he didn't have, like, some, like, a bunch of crazy, like, names that he's beat, but he's coming off a pretty nice streak, too. Sobotta,
yeah. Sabotta's pretty new in the UFC, but he's beaten some guys.
Both of these guys are
Saunders has been in and out.
really aggressive, and they're both, like, pretty good all-rounders.
Yeah.
That one should be entertaining.
Mm-hmm. And then I have no idea who Abdul, Razak, Alhassan is, or Omari, Akhmedov. I've probably seen that guy. It's just a lot of the Russian names kind of look the same.
Like I was telling you earlier, though, like a lot of these, there was like a couple more on the the undercard for this, but a lot of these guys are like just stepping in.
Yeah,
like
so
there's a lot of injuries and shit.
Alhassan is like fucking. He's had 1 fight in the UFC. He's really not that known. He's 7-0.
There was a heavyweight fight that was
7
canceled
KOs,
altogether because both were injured. Colombo and Grabowski got canceled because both of them are injured.
So they like doing a lot of local people, and especially in these foreign cards. It's going to be in Sweden. I don't know if you read that. Is that in your notes over there?
But that explains all the last names.
Yeah, no, this is definitely in Sweden.
Oh, that's right. They said they were trying to do it in Copenhagen first, in Denmark. But that shit didn't happen. But this guy, Gustafsson's from Sweden, right?
Yeah, Gustafsson's from Sweden. They should have him fight there.
Stockholm.
I'm not sure where Gustafsson's fighting next, but he's got a fight coming up soon. Let's see. We got a couple more cards, and then I'll close up the show for you guys. All right, they don't want to let me see the entire card. There we go. Entire fight card. Yeah, so I didn't even give you guys my picks real quick.
Oh,
Not official picks. I'll probably lock them in on Thursday or something. I think Gustafsson should probably pick up the win.
I agree.
Cirkunov,
be a really good one.
Cirkunov probably by submission.
Just on experience, because Volkan has a pretty good debut. But yeah.
Yeah, and Ben Saunders probably by submission. I'll have to check out the other guys just because I haven't seen the other guys too much.
He's got some good. He's got a couple wins, but against like some not great guys.
Yeah.
Nobody's.
Yeah, so we'll come at you guys with that on Saturday. I might do some breakdowns for Raw, SmackDown, and probably this UFC coming up. Probably like 20 minutes to half an hour. Like little mini breakdowns and throw them up on Podbean.
Do not miss the main event, though. That should be a
Oh, yeah.
fest.
Even the co-main event's going to be really good.
Oh, no, yeah.
Even the one before that, too. I'm not too sure about the other ones. They should be, Some of these fight cards or fight nights are really good. So
you see some good up-and-comers.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear that?
Taleb, this Nordine Taleb is pretty good, right? But he's fighting some new guy, too, because his opponent had to withdraw.
Mm.
They don't even have a picture of this dude.
Yeah, 7-0 as well. You got some O's on this card that are most likely to go 9-0. Yeah. It's going to be a good card, actually, so we'll see. They all are. I love watching fights. I watch all the fights, usually.
There's so many different ways to win.
Yeah.
In different ways. It's crazy. Human chess.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme human chess.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, fuck it. Let's just close the show then. You got any shows coming up? You got any rewrites shit coming up?
For sure, June 23rd in Berwyn at The Wire. It's on Roosevelt, I believe. But we're playing June 23rd with Pure Remedy, The Feral Ghosts. Oh, man, and another really good band whose name escapes me right now. My fault. But June 23rd, you can catch us in Berwyn, the southwest suburbs. Yeah.
And Rise playing this weekend, I believe.
Rise played Friday. They played this last Friday.
Okay.
In Berwyn. The same venue, actually, The Wire.
Okay. I'll hit up Toucan, see if he can make it this Saturday. If not, I think he's got something, though. I'll see. I think he's got something, though.
I'll be here.
Yeah. Franky will be here.
You'll catch me here for the fights. Don't miss it.
Yeah. Shit. What was I going to say? Check out Talk Is Deep.
Coming Thursday, probably.
He should be dropping a new episode, and we'll probably be recording another one Thursday. We'll see. But he's got one in the works that me and him did, so we'll see when he releases it. Yeah, you guys will wait on it. Hopefully today. I don't know what he's having technical issues, guys. You guys gotta.
He might be doing his day job right now.
What do you mean his day job?
Oh, that's right. No computer, but he might be working right now.
What do you mean? Oh, okay, probably. I'm over here shitting on him, poor dude. He's having technical difficulties and shit. Yeah, so thanks a lot for joining me today, Franky. Thanks a lot for everyone else that's going to listen to this.
Thanks for having me again. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Tune in Saturday. Subscribe on Podbean.
Don't miss these fights.
Subscribe on iTunes. Take some bong rips. Fucking have a little fun. Smoke some. You know, everyone does. Who doesn't love smoking bud? Huh? Take a chance. Columbus did.
And with that. See you later, brother.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. I love cocksuckers.